So at this point, we've all heard about the Shannon Sharpe situation, and I wanted to talk about a few things we can learn from that, specifically on how it's a new day and men have to adjust the way they're moving. See, it used to be that divorce was the way to get money out of men, divorce was the way to get half, but people are realizing that marriage is not the best deal. They're realizing that maybe it's better if they kind of stay separated and not involve the government in their partnerships. So with that comes a new adjustment. But like I said in one of my shorts, you're not just going to be this powerful man making $100,000, making $1 million a year, or in Shannon's case, I think he just signed a contract for like 100 million or something like that. You're not just going to be that powerful and then deal with a woman and then let her go when you're done with her. She's not just going to let you use up her years. She's not just going to let you enjoy her body and do all these things. And then when you're done and when you've had enough and then when you've exhausted all of that, you just want to walk away and walk off into the sunset. Women are resentful, they are vindictive, they want their get back. And if you have resources, basically the thing you value the most is what they're going to attack. So if over the span of months or years you're dealing with somebody and you're very prideful of the money you make, or you're very prideful of the child you've raised, let's say you're a father and you're super close to your son, what do you think she's going to attack first? What do you think is the main way she's going to try to hurt you? She's going to try to hurt you with the things you care about. So Shannon Sharpe is really proud of his reputation. He's really proud of the money he makes. He's really proud of his career and the way people see him. So she's attacking him in the court of public opinion, and then she's attacking his pockets, especially since he just got that $100 million contract. And I mean, I guess all is fair in love and war, and this is pretty much war on her end. And I guess it's some aspects of love as well, or at least relationships or seduction. She has in her Instagram bio her OnlyFans link, and since this lawsuit has dropped, she's probably tripled her income. She's probably going to become a millionaire just by a bunch of people clicking on her OnlyFans just to see what she looks like. It's probably priced at like $5. You click in there and you just see what type of woman Shannon Sharpe was hitting this entire time. And people are strange. People are curious about these things. People don't have self-respect, and they don't know where to draw kind of like boundaries and stuff like that. So, like, I'm wondering what she looks like, but I'm not gonna go in and click in her OnlyFans and pay any kind of money to see what she looks like. I'm not even gonna look online for free. Now, I've been scrolling around and I saw a couple screenshots of what she looks like. A lot of people are gonna see that and they're gonna want to see more, or they're just gonna be so curious. Maybe they don't see the little screenshots on the video thumbnails that I've seen, and they're wondering and they want to see the whole thing, so they click into her OnlyFans, and maybe she's playing with herself in there with a black, you know, dildo, or a dark brown, sex toy to kind of mimic the situation that she was in with Shannon. I mean, there's so many different things she could do and so many different ways she can play this, and the way to punish women like that. And I'm not saying she's wrong necessarily. I'm just saying that the way she went about it is really sneaky, and it seems like she's most likely not really pursuing this out of justice. It seems like she's doing this out of a business move. I think that we just need to remove our attention from people like that. But it's never going to happen, because in a world filled with men who are desperate, thirsty, bored, have no desires, have no plan for their lives, they're going to sit around, they're going to wake up, they're going to grab a joint, and they're going to go on OnlyFans and see what she's talking about, see what she looks like. And that's just what it is. And women know that. Women benefit greatly from men who have no direction and no purpose in life. That's why they end up on these websites. I've never subscribed to an OnlyFans. I've never been on the website. I don't really know what goes on there. I just know that most of the men who use it are married. But I think the main lesson to learn from the Shannon Sharpe situation is that women are vindictive. I mean, you got to do the best you can to kind of keep yourself safe. You want to do things like have them sign an NDA, things like keeping screenshots of text messages. You just want to make sure that you do the best you can to protect yourself in any way that you can. Maybe you can have a little recording device by your bed and kind of save that into a cloud and have the audio of consent for all the women you've been with or all the women you want to be with, whatever, stuff like that. I mean, there's different ways to go about it. You can go online and see some methods that guys do, but nobody's safe from this. As you become more prominent and you rise in success, the women of your past are still able to file lawsuits against you. So those college days where you kind of did some behaviors and you treated women like crap and slept with them and then ghosted them and all that kind of stuff and kicked them to the curb and kicked them out of your apartment. Those women, they remember that. And they're going to remember your face when they see you on TV if you ever get there. So, in a lot of ways, fame can be really hard to deal with. And that's something we all got to stomach. We all got to remember that, yeah, we want to go out here and in our conqueror years, in the years where we want to gain experience, we want to slay as much as we can and we want to gather all these experiences and all these bodies. But the more of that you do, the more you put yourself at risk. The more of that you do, especially if you don't take the gentleman approach. And that's probably a topic for another video, but the gentleman approach, there's different ways to release a woman back into the wild. There's ways to make a woman believe that she's the one who walked away, even though you wanted things to end. There's ways to slow ghost. There's ways to do things to where you lessen the chances of the woman hating you and becoming vindictive and trying to ruin your life. But the easiest way to do that, the easiest way to get a woman to want to ruin your life is sleep with her. She enjoys it. She likes it. She enjoys the time you spend with her. She enjoys the time you guys spend together. And then you randomly one day cut that off. Or she makes one mistake and you cut that off. She's going to hate you. And I've made that mistake in the past. And I've gotten the messages. I've gotten to see you in courts. I've gotten all of that. I've been in Shannon Sharpe's situation before on a much smaller scale, obviously. But I've had women want to come for my career. I've had pictures sent to my job. I've had women tell me, they'll see me in court. I've had women tell me that they're not feeling good, trying to suggest that they're pregnant. I've had all these things happen, and nobody's safe from them. The more you get those numbers up, when you get to sleeping with 20, 30, 40, 50 women, there's a consequence that comes with that. And all it takes is one woman to make you pay for every other woman you've been with. You could have been with 100 women for free, just $50 dates or whatever, and those convert into bedroom activities. And then that one woman, that one woman who has a lawyer, has a head on her shoulders, has a plan, and is vindictive, can sue you. And she can sue you when you're in the perfect position to get that, next job, to make partner in the law firm, and all of a sudden you have an allegation against you, and now everything stops, and now you're paying tenfold. Or every woman you've ever been with, she's making you pay for that, millions of dollars or thousands of dollars. So just remember, when you're out here on these escapades and you're out here on demon time, slaying everything, releasing them to the wild, kicking them to the curb, kicking them out of your apartment, kicking them out of your house, remember that they can hire lawyers too. They can make up stories too. And if you have a public image, they can come for that image. Just the fact that there's an allegation against Sharpe right now, he's going to be losing money. So be careful. Treat women properly. Treat them with respect. Tell them what it is up front. If you have options such as NDAs, prenups, vasectomies, explore those options based on your situation. But don't just be a victim. Don't just sit there and think that it's not going to happen to you, because even if it doesn't happen to you between the ages of 18 and 30, it can happen to you at 50, 55, 60. As you keep grinding, as you become the man that you're supposed to be, more people are watching you and they're coming for you. They want a piece of that. And in some ways, they deserve it. In her head, you don't think that she thinks she deserves it. She thinks that her vagina is worth millions of dollars. She thinks that hers is different than everybody else's. So in her mind, the fact that she allowed him to sleep with her, and that's how women think about it. They don't think about it as we had an exchange together and we enjoyed each other. They think about it after the fact as, I allowed him to enjoy me, so now I deserve X amount of money. And it's just a tough situation for him. But he got the pockets to deal with it. He'll be fine. I think that people need to focus on the greater message in the situation, and that message is to be careful and move with intention when dealing with women.